So hi, I'm Eera and I'm going to talk to you about psychology, the psychology of personality. Have you ever questioned why you have to do things the way you do? And maybe people have pointed out parts of your personality you never noticed before? I'm sure it's happened to everyone at some point in their lives. My first major experience was when my sister was born. People compared all of our features, such as how my eyes were more like my mother's, that she had more of my father's eyes. She had my grandfather's nose, and I had my grandmother's. Now people compare my shyness or outgoingness. This made me think about what the reason was why we were so different. We both had the same biological parents, and we both lived in a relatively similar environment. What could cause such a huge jump? Well, your brain is consisted of four major lobes, called the frontal lobe, parietal lobe, temporal lobe, and occipital lobe. The brain part of your personality comes from the limbic system, which is located under your frontal lobe, around the center of your brain. The parts of the system which are involved in your personality are the hippocampus and the amygdala. The hippocampus is what focuses on learning, which is important in personality because what you know the hippocampus will help you learning, which is a big part of putting together personality because your actions, thoughts, and perceptions are based off of what you already know. The amygdala controls the social and emotional responses. It allows people to understand and react to stimulus accordingly. Our personality lies in understanding what's going on around us, so we can make our own decisions depending on what we think of the situation. Now we'll move on to the first major effect of personality, which is the surrounding environment, mainly the social and cultural environment around you. This tends to have a bigger impact on you as a child, when you're still being introduced to new things and your brain is learning to adapt. If your parents took you out of the house more often, where there are more people around, you're more likely to grow up being extroverted. This is one major difference I've discovered between my sister and I. Because I was raised to be more of an indoors child and always read in the free time, whereas my younger sister was taken in the park whenever she had the chance and got to play with little kids. This logic also applies to cultural environment as well. If you were introduced more to whatever current issues there were in the news, if you're one of those kids, or if you watch shows like Dora or SpongeBob, you'd also be more extroverted since you'll be part of the same pop culture bandwagon that a lot of other children are. Of course, my sister also got to be the one to watch whatever she wanted whenever, so she got to be the more social one. After this, I realized the surrounding environment isn't as closely related as I thought it'd be, because the younger kids always get what they want. Another major factor in personality is birth order. I'm the oldest kid, so being the firstborn meant that I was supposed to be the more responsible and organized one. Well, it's not true. But the younger ones also need to get more attention. My sister's also the more creative type. She always goes all out for anything that involves art. She's got this huge 120-piece art set that she pulls out for any art project and doesn't stop working until it's completely perfect. Since they also consider to be risk takers because of the lesser amount of attention they get away with doing more things. Has it ever happened to you guys? Your brother or sister does something, then throw you under the bus for it? A few years ago, my sister and I were kicking the soccer ball around in the backyard. She thought it'd be a good idea to start kicking it harder and harder at me for no apparent reasons. One time she kicked it, went right through my hands and hit the biggest window we have in the house. The glass completely shattered and fell to the floor. Next thing you know, she's running in the house yelling it's all my fault. I could have said things back, but I'm a nice person. How you're treated in the environment around you can make a difference on how friendly or how hostile you are, depending on how much you're pampered. So since the little kid's almost always giving the upper hand, us big kids have to stick up for ourselves. So after thinking about all the different ways a personality could be affected or altered, I started to question what different types of personalities there are, because not everyone can be the same given the population of the world. One theory that is used to determine personality is called the Big Five theory. It identifies the five main characteristics that account for most individual differences in personality. Those five characteristics are openness, conscientiousness, extroversion, agreeableness, and neuroticism. Openness refers to appreciation towards fantasy, aesthetics, feelings, ideas, and values. Conscientiousness refers to the competence, order, dutifulness, achievement striving, and self-discipline of a person. Extroversion refers to the assertiveness, gregariousness, activity, and positive emotion that a person has. Agreeableness refers to the trust, straightforwardness, altruism, compliance, and modesty that a person has. Lastly, neuroticism refers to the anxiety, anger, hostility, depression, self-consciousness, impulsivity, and vulnerability of a person. The test used to determine someone's personality based off of this criteria is called the NEO-PI-R inventory. It consists of about 44 questions. If you haven't heard about this form of personality test yet, it's because it's a more recent study that came out in 2011 compared to the older Myers-Briggs test, which came out in 1943. I took this test and found myself to be introverted, agreeable, low in conscientiousness, high in neuroticism, and low in openness. If my sister were old enough to take and understand this test, I'd posit that almost all of her answers had come out exactly opposite of mine. But I'm not complaining. Each person's personality is what gives the world the extra razzle-dazzle that it has today. Thank you.